Chairman of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs. Congressman, great to have you here. And again, fair warning, we're going to get to that briefing when it begins. But this is the Doge email to federal workers. What did you do last week? OK, please reply to the email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. Please do not send any classified information, links or attachments. Deadline Monday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Is there anything complicated about that message? Asking what you accomplished in the past week? How do you see this?
It wasn't complicated. When I was flying out of Palm Beach to come here to Washington, D.C., I heard from TSA workers as I was waiting in line. They knew me and they're saying, hey, I appreciated doing this email. I enjoyed writing it. And my last sentence was, you know what? I was at my shifts and I prevented a terrorist attack from occurring out of Palm Beach International Airport. They were taking some level of pride in accomplishing what their mission was to do.
But you know that this is not sitting well with Democrats. You probably heard a lot of sound from them at the top of the hour there. This is more from Senator Chris Murphy, the Democrat from Connecticut, calling the Doge effort a con. Listen.
This whole thing is a fraud, right? It's a con. It's a grift, right? From the very start, the Trump administration has been about one thing and one thing only: stealing from all of us, stealing from regular people, stealing from poor people, stealing from the middle class in order to enrich their billionaire Mar-a-Lago cabal.
Right, and here's even more. Congressman from Chuck Schumer, who says Americans just don't like Doge tactics. Listen.
Most Americans do care about making government more efficient. And while everyone certainly supports cutting waste, Americans don't like the harmful chaos that Elon Musk and Doge have unleashed. They don't want to see a rich billionaire treat federal workers with immense disrespect.
To all that criticism, you say what?
The con, the fleecing, the joke was on the American people. When you had the federal government doing things like creating diverse bird watching groups for $200,000 or gender inclusivity, teaching that through Ultimate Frisbee for a couple $100,000, or again, I could give lists and lists of these things. That was the fleecing of the American people. And what Democrats are fighting for is to not eliminate this waste, to not be accountable. They're fighting to keep the waste and keep the lack of transparency.
All right, so this is Alina Habba. You heard a bit from her there just a moment ago. Here's more from that gaggle in the 11 o'clock Eastern time hour on the controversy surrounding that what appears to be very simple email. Listen.
It's just such a non-issue. Think about the fact that we're having look at all of you standing here asking me why people are upset to answer to their boss, the American people, and the President of the United States, what you've done at work. What a ridiculous thing.
But not everybody thinks it's ridiculous. Congressman, this is an MSNBC analyst who says that those Doge emails are traumatizing federal workers. Watch.
Primary level, I would argue, on which they are operating is a level of psychology, mental health, traumatizing people, striking fear, as Mara was saying, into every employee who doesn't know if they're next, doesn't know what to do, can't focus on their kids when they're sitting with them at night trying to read a book to them because in the back of their mind is this email that they're maybe supposed to respond to justify their existence.
Okay, so likely this is going to be a big topic when Caroline Leavitt comes out to the White House press briefing room in just a moment. We'll see what questions come her way. But why do you fathom that this is so difficult for some of these Democrats and media analysts to take in?
This has been part of the whole idea of snowflakes and the Democrat approach to these things, that it's traumatizing to ask people to be accountable. It's traumatizing to acknowledge that there are X and Y chromosomes, that there are male and females. It's traumatizing to speak the truth about things or to acknowledge that some people are more efficient and some people are less efficient. Some people work harder, some people don't work. These aren't traumatizing things to anybody in business. This is the real world, and they've been waiting for the federal government and President Trump to bring this realization to the federal government. Hey, people need to all make sure that they're carrying their own weight, and sometimes people don't, and sometimes they're dishonest about it.
All right. Well, all that being said, and hearing from both sides on this, your take: is Doge working? Is it successful so far?
Doge has been beyond successful. Every American should be thanking President Trump. They should be thanking Elon Musk, the team that they worked to put in place, and be begging them to go not just to every federal agency, but say, please come to a hometown near me and start digging into my federal, my state government, my local government, my towns, my municipalities, because who knows what you'll find. And we will all be more efficient. We will waste less dollars. There'll be less inflation. This is the goal of all of this, to say, hey, you're the American taxpayer. You deserve to keep that money in your pocket, not have your government wasting it, sending it abroad on these, $15 million in condoms for the Taliban, who is our enemy, not wasting money on things like this, but you keep it and you enjoy your life. It's the work of your hands. Thank you to the president for doing it.
Congressman Brian Mast, always a pleasure joining us, the Republican from Florida. Thank you so much, sir.
Wish you the best.
All right.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe. I will be back on YouTube with more exclusive content, so stay tuned.